Hey guys, and welcome back. Tomorrow marks 12 weeks out, and I'm really excited to kind of see how I look, as well as do this refeed day, maybe even get a new low weigh-in tomorrow. I'm about 174 to 174 and a half in terms of average weigh-in. For me to be on track, actually I might even be slightly below 174 pounds average weigh-in. I've had days where I've been 173 and a half several times. I've had a day where I was like 172 point something. So I think I'm just below the 174 average weigh-in mark, which is good because 174 and a half is where I'm supposed to be around this time for me to be on pace for the show coming up in about 12 weeks from tomorrow. So far things are going really good. Consuming, still 2750 calories, plus with the factor of air, it could be anywhere between 2700 to 2850. So that's where my calories are right now. And I say factor of air because I'm not 100% precise or accurate with my macros or the calories, because I'm eating Chipotle and doing these things. So it's quite a bit of range of air right there. And the fact that I'm still like on track, in fact ahead of track, is very, very awesome, because I do like to be flexible in this approach but still get the job done, and so far I'm doing exactly that. So it's been helpful for me to map out exactly how much weight loss I kind of need per week for me to be on track for this show, and that's how I've been doing it so far. Right now I'm just packing up these rice cakes. I do 4 rice cakes before I go to the gym. I don't eat these right now, I eat these on the way home. I got some chocolate, the cheddar cheese, we got some caramel corn. Check these out. I usually just put these over the passenger side of my car and just snack on these. Though in the future, when I get a new car, I'm not sure if I'll be doing this or not, because I'll be honest guys, these crumbs, it's pretty easy to get everywhere. So especially if you're not pre-cracking them, they can get all over you, your car, and it's just all bad. But about to hit some squats today. I think the last time I squatted was like 405 for 8, so hopefully I get 405 for 9. It's gonna be tough because last night, 2 nights ago, I got the world's worst sleep ever. Last night, I didn't really recover some of the lost sleep. I recovered a little bit of lost sleep, but not all of it. So today's gonna be a little tough. Definitely not gonna forget taking my caffeine pill. And all right, let's get off to the gym, guys. Let's go.
Quick highlights of my warm-up. If you guys want me to update you guys with a current warm-up video, just let me know. I do have videos of me warming up from years ago. I have plenty of them, but I think it might be a good idea just to get it back on the airwaves for all of those who haven't seen it and really want to know what I do for my warm-up. It's a question I get asked every single day. So I think, guys, don't be afraid to look like this in the gym. Granted, you don't have to wear pants that are as tight as mine, perhaps, but don't be afraid to do the right thing in the gym and look like a fool for doing it. Because I'm sure a lot of people look at me and think, what the hell is he doing? But then they see me do shit like this, and then they think drugs or something like that. But not that correlation is causation. It's not that me squatting 405 for 8 reps here isn't just because my warm-up. It's a combination of everything. 10 years of training, 10 years of constantly critiquing my form and all that good stuff. But anyways, at a body weight of around 174-ish, this weight's starting to get a little hard, although I'm surprised with how easy it still feels. I think I'm definitely stronger by just a little bit at least. Compared to 2013, I can go back and look at my weights, and I was probably hitting, I don't think I was playing with 405 around this time. It was more like 415 for triples or fives, somewhere around there. And for my sets of 8, it would more so be around 365-ish, 375-ish. But a 405 for 8, and I've done 395 for 10. Yeah, it's definitely an improvement over last contest prep. This specific day was pretty tough for a reason I'm about to tell you in this next clip coming up. And I think in the future, in the next leg workout, I'll probably be able to nail 405 for 9. I feel pretty confident with my legs still. And that's a good thing to have when you're going through a contest prep. Confidence, motivation, it really can help you being confident in yourself. So that was a nice 405 for 8. Let's see. Yep, clap of peace. I have to do my clap.
So that was a 405 for 8, which is the same that I did last week. Yeah, exactly 1 week ago I did 405 for 8. And it's like in a way I'm unsatisfied. I mean, it would have been nice if I hit 9, but granted, I do realize I had like an hour-long conversation with a woman, really nice lady here, between my warm-up and my warm-up sets of the squat. So, right, made it a little more difficult. Plus, anyways, I could give 1,000 excuses, but the thing is this, I'm lighter than I was a week ago by probably average of 1.5, 1.6, 1.7 pounds, somewhere around there, who knows? But I'm just lighter, lifted the same weight, so to me, that's a record in my books for sure. Even if I didn't do more reps or anything, if I'm able to at least maintain strength, like I'm pound for pound doing better, pound for pound. So as I cut, I like to just be as pound for pound strong as I possibly can be. If I maintain strength on a lift, or for all of the sets across of the lifts of an exercise, then that's a really good sign for me that I'm maintaining as much muscle as possible. So I'm gonna drop this down probably 7 or 10%, definitely not 5. So I might take it easy, drop it 10% to 365, and just do sets of 8. Plus, we gotta get out of the gym pretty soon. We've been here for a while, so. Killing it. At every gym, there's probably 1 or 2 guys who only use the cables. At my gym, we got this guy over here. We call him the Cable Master. His real name is like Devin or something like that, but it doesn't fit him, so we call him Cable Master. You need one of those at every gym. This one's ours.
I want the cables to be mine, no more people.
That's right, see?
Take away from it.
That's right. I can't even use this machine. He's always on it. That's why I'm always squatting.
Or deadlifting.
The real role of a cable master is actually quite psychological. He's primarily here for motivation, support. He's kind of like the healer in video games. You have the attacker, the defender. Okay, you have the tank, you have the carry, support characters. He's like the cleric, the healer. He keeps you healthy, ready to hit the big weights. He's over here with the cables. And he's just like supporting you, like while you're, tanking or carrying. Every gym needs a cable master.
When it comes to my squats, I'm not doing heavy 3s, 4s, 5s, or even 6s with these squats like I did in 2013, 2011. For the most part, I'm keeping my squats around the 8 rep range, even up to 9 or 10 reps, depending on if it's like an awesome day or what have you. So most of the squatting is 8 to 10 reps. And for me, I'm doing that because I just want to keep the volume of squatting itself pretty high, just slightly lighter intensities. That way I can recover, hit the rest of my workouts of the week really well, not die, spend just a little bit less time in the gym. Because for me to hit the same amount of volume, let's just say of 3 sets of 10 squats at a pretty heavy weight of around 385, for me to do that with triples or heavy 5s, I'll be taking really long rest periods, plenty of sets, and it can be done. It's just I'll have to be lifting with a bit of a higher percentage of my 1 rep max. And during cutting, I found that my lower rep strength takes a hit. That's basically how it works for everyone for the most part. But I'm actually just able to keep more muscle doing slightly lower percentages of my 1 rep max. I'm not doing like 20 rep sets everything, but there's a little bit lean more towards quote unquote higher reps. But as I said before, I'm talking tens. I'm talking 8 to 10s here instead of 5s and 3s. So we're not talking about 15 to 20s on these compound movements. Most of my compound movements are still 8 to 12 reps. Now some of the isolation movements can go up to, up to quite a high rep range. It just depends on the exercise itself too. Like rear delt flies, that's a thing I like to keep high reps. And even dumbbell curls, I like to usually keep those between 8 and 12. Like I said, depends on what exercise we're talking about here. But yeah, these squats are still feeling good. I'm still able to get nice and deep. My legs still feel nice and big. They feel good, even though they are decreasing in size. The muscle still feels there, which is good. I wanted to show me setting up for this hip thrust because people have asked me, Matt, how do you get under there? Like they legit are wondering. So I just showed you. I just, have my knees to the ground and I just roll the bar over me. And then I just start hip thrusting. And I think for most people, you'll be able to do that. Not too many people will have an issue with that. There might be some. And if, you have a really large torso or you have a large legs and torso, then you might have some trouble. And in that case, you might want to put the weight on blocks. So you might want to put those plates on something to raise them up.
It's already on. Back up, point it. All right, guys. So Megan was about to take off the collar, remove the plates, and walk them all the way over there. Pro tip, follow me. Pro tip. Now what I do, take that off, put the weights where they belong, clean them up because I always set a good example. I even put weights away just so other gym members can see me putting weights away. Just so that you could be the change you want to see in this world. So, the 45's going here. This is the fastest way to do it, guys. Now turn like this. You don't necessarily even have to take it off because with this way, it's at an angle so it slides off easy. So, boom, see that? Boom. See this? Boom. Nice and easy. Take this, put it on the thing. Done with the gym. Kind of had to cut it a little short because we were there for quite a while and we have a sushi date tonight. So we want to get there at a good time where it's not, not too busy, but so we left the gym just now. Normally I do a little bit more work than this. I normally do some leg press. I normally do calves, more abs, but all you probably saw today was just the squats and the hip thrusts, but those felt great. Happy about that. In fact, I'm honestly a bit astonished at how well I'm maintaining my squat strength and just lower body lifts in general. I've kind of accepted that upper body wise, the strength loss in a way makes sense. I'm not fighting it. I'm okay with it. Lower body strength, I'm okay with it going too, but I'm just feeling so good that it hasn't really been affected at all, it seems. Right now I got my rice cakes right here. Show them the rice cakes. I got my bowl right here. I just eat these while on my way to the gym, and I get asked a lot of questions. I mean, I think this is a point to address. It's that, you see your idol or whoever it might be, you see your favorite IFBB pro, you see your someone you follow on Instagram doing something, and then you kind of assume that they're doing it for a particular reason, right? You assume like, oh shit, Matt must be eating rice cakes after his workout because, for X, Y, and Z. And quite often, yeah, there's a particular reason people do things. And for many areas of my life, there are really specific reasons I do things, like the way I warm up, the way I lift. In a lot of areas, I'm really methodical, but in a lot of other areas, I am not. Everything I do isn't necessarily for like this really crazy strict reason. For example, I'm eating these rice cakes because I love rice cakes, and while I'm on my way home from the gym, I like to just snack on something. I don't know why. I just like it. It's not a huge deal to me that I'm like, I gotta get these rice cakes in. It's just like, I just have it. If it's convenient. And I think if possible, if it's really, if it doesn't hinder you, it might be a good idea to, have some food after your workout. Granted, you're not going out of your way, you're not stressing yourself out. There's a difference between obsessing over this post-workout meal versus just having it minus the obsession. You guys get what I'm saying? Disconnect yourself from the emotional punishment that you might give yourself if you weren't to do this. For example, if I didn't have these rice cakes, I'd be totally cool with that. Whereas a lot of people, when you're in your fitness journey, you beat yourself up over just the littlest things, but in the grand scheme, it's not that big of a deal. For example, macros and calories are king. We know this. Meal timing like this is further down in the ladder of importance, or in other words, higher up in terms of the pyramids. You got the foundations at the bottom, the stuff at the top of the pyramid takes up the least amount of space. It's not the most important thing. The foundation is important. This meal timing is way behind the foundation, which is the total calories, total macros. So don't beat yourself up over the small stuff. If you focus and you're hitting those big pictures, the big stuff, you're doing most of the stuff that's going to get you your results. I just eat these rice cakes because I like it. It's convenient. It happens to get some food in me after my workout, which most likely, if anything, is beneficial. It's not negative. It can only be beneficial. So it all works out in the end. These fit into my macros. It fits into my caloric goal, and everything's good. So that being said, guys, sometimes the things you see are done for specific reasons. Sometimes they're not. And sometimes it's a little bit of both. So in this case right now, it's a little bit of both. It's being done for somewhat deliberate reasons, but at the same time, it's a preference choice. It's a lifestyle choice. And a lot of these preferences, they don't really make that huge of a difference. They're just how people like to do things. And this is how I like to do it, guys. So we're heading to Sushi. The amount of sushi I eat, you guys are gonna think I'm on like an unlimited diet, but really, today's just my refeed day, which means, I'll eat between 425 or maybe 475 carbs, depending on where my fats hit for the day. If my fats are on the lower side, I end up hitting 475 carbs. If my fats are more towards 60 or a little bit higher, I'll go more towards the 425, 450 carbs, and everything just seems to work out. My protein today will be between 215, 225, around there, and everything is sweet. What I notice is, I have this fun day once a week, and man, it kind of de-stresses me out, kind of balances me out, and it also gives me that psychological break that a refeed helps give. So that's pretty much it for now. I'll see you guys at Sushi in just a moment, guys. Alright guys, we're headed to my favorite sushi place, Ninja Sushi Teriyaki. For all you guys asking, these are the Kenevo Bluetooth BTH240s. And man, I'll tell you something. The other day, Kenevo finally acknowledged me. It felt pretty good because I've been recommending these and telling people that these are what I've been wearing for maybe 3 years now. And then on Twitter, they said something to me and I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, today's my day. So shout out to Kenevo for, just realizing I'm here. And, I've been recommending these for like 8,000 years. So technically I should be owed like thousands of dollars, but not a big deal. The past is the past. Look at the picture.
They have a good deal.
So yeah, it's a good headphone, so I don't mind. It's almost like Inzer. I feel like I've probably helped make them thousands, but they don't sponsor anyone, so it's whatever. Guys, let's forget about the past, not dwell on it. Let's focus on the now, because we're currently at Sushi and I'm ready to eat.
I am now half natty because Matt got too hot and I got too cold. So now I'm half natty. Matt ordered the most complicated roll in the world. It's like, he customized it. So he ordered a salmon roll, just a plain salmon roll, and then he added like fish, lemon, green onion, garlic powder, only the powder, not the sauce, because the sauce has oil in it, and what else? Oh, eel sauce. He also got some eel sauce. What else did you put on your salmon roll?
A little bit of garlic, some
I got that part. What did you get? Any
green
more
onion.
meats? I know, I did that. What,
and lemon.
did you get any extra meats on it, or just the salmon?
No, just salmon. I keep it pretty simple.
Thank you. We also got green tea. Oh, thank you for pouring it.
drink this without any sweetener, but
Matt thinks I think that it's weird
have to think about
that I like green tea without sweetener.
black. I don't know if you do that, but
I drink coffee black too.
It's like, I don't know how people drink black coffee. There's no taste to it. It's like you have to like trick yourself into tasting. I don't know, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to think about it.
I don't think black coffee like tastes good per se. It's not like I drink it and I'm like, unless it's good coffee. Like unless it's like, you know, quality, expensive
Yeah, it's like
coffee.
people out there act like coffee black tastes good, but it's just like plain. It's like dirt.
I think it tastes good if it's good coffee.
Yeah,
like solid good coffee.
For me-
Like plain coffee, I just drink it when I'm studying and I need to stay awake and not go to sleep.
No, what I think it is like
Then-
an acquired taste.
Gabriella and I, my roommate, we would brew a pot of coffee and it would be gone by the end of the day. We would drink a pot of coffee a day. Well, I mean, half a pot each.
That's it?
Half a pot each. That's a lot of freaking caffeine.
I didn't know what it was.
It was 10 cups of coffee. We had 5 cups of coffee each.
You realize this is my camera, not yours?
That's 500 milligrams of caffeine.
This is your camera, right?
You think it's ready?
It's ready.
Yay!
Damn, I didn't know that was gonna be yours. Wow. Wow. Damn, that was fast, huh?
This makes me so happy.
So I'm at Sushi. You're probably wondering, Matt, how are you gonna eat all this sushi? How are you gonna figure out the macros? A pretty simple way to go is like, if it looks like kind of a larger roll with a lot of rice, maybe go with 60 carbs. Looks like an average roll, 50 carbs. Looks like it's a really small rice roll, 40-ish. So to be safe, maybe just 50 everything. So look at this right here. I'm just gonna say 50 carbs here, 50 carbs here, 50 carbs here. This one might be a 60 carb here. So that's perfect.
Thank you.
So look at this, guys. So 50, 100, 150, 210. Look at it. 50, 100, 150, 210. So that's 210 carbs. Let's just talk about fat real quick. I got nothing with fat on it. But okay, let's just say trace. There's a little bit of oil somewhere. We'll just say like 10 grams of fat. Right here, chicken. Let's just say about 15 grams of fat. 25 max grams of fat here. About 210 carbs. Protein. Let's think about protein here. This right here is about 40. 40 there. Let's just say 10 here. 10 here. 15 here. So 40, 50, 60. Somewhere between 70 and 80 grams of protein right here. If I was playing it safe, I'll just say 75 or 80. Let's just say 80 grams of protein. Once again, 25 fat, 210 carb, 80 protein. If I was really close to a show and I wanted to be conservative, I would add like 5 or 10 to each of those fingers, right? Does that make sense, guys? So that's how I do sushi. Today's my refeed day. I'm gonna hit about 40 to 50 fat. I'm gonna hit about 425, 475 carb, 225 protein, and I'm good. There's a really good chance that I'll wake up tomorrow lighter than today and shredded. I'm just kidding, not really shredded, but obviously just better looking. That's how you do sushi. Sorry for yourself. Somebody just left this here. I wonder who. Does anybody know somebody that just eats like this much of an apple and just leaves it? So I'll just finish this. This apple, I think it's a Gala apple. A really average size apple like this is about 25 carbs. So I'm gonna eat this. Also, this gives me just a couple grams of fiber, about 5 grams of fiber, and which is good because today was a pretty low fiber day, as is. All I had was a little bit of fiber at breakfast, so total fiber for today with this apple comes out to a measly about 22 grams. Now, normally on most days, my fiber is really up there because of the Chipotle and whatnot, and because of the salad. But on a refeed day, my fiber tends to be pretty low, mostly because I'm just trying to mostly get the carbs that really feel like they fill out my muscles. So I'm about to eat a bunch of rice cakes. I'm about to have like 12 or 13 rice cakes. I already programmed it into my FitnessPal. 3 different flavors. I'm gonna have 1 scoop of whey, and that pretty much caps me off at 3,250 calories with the carbs around like 480 or 485 or something like that. My fats today are down low, like at 45 or 44 grams. Proteins are at 225, so that's why the carbs are so high right now. That was so awesome. Lex, Lex Griffin and Chris Lovato just voice messaged me, and I laughed so fucking hard. I missed them.
Hey, quit being a little bitch!
Ogus cake.
How was that fireball shot, Mom?
155
How'd you like it?
No, I don't like it.
Somewhere around there.
What'd it taste like?
10, so I think that's what it's going to be.
Like fire.
As always.
Like fire?